G'day guys, back again. I'm not sure how this one's going to go, but basically we have got a 2007 Toyota Hiace with a 3 litre 1KD engine, turbo diesel, and it's coming for an intermittent low power issue. Now, as you can see, 304,000 kilometers. I've got the Verus hooked up. I've got the Verus on the dock over there, so let's go have a look at what we got. As you can see, no codes at all. So let's use our greatest tool for diagnostics, and that's our eyeballs. Let's go do a visual inspection and see what we see. So if you've seen one of my videos before about the map sensor filters on these things, this map filter sensor is actually cracked. As you can see there, hopefully you can see that. I can't get you over there too much because it's noisy as under here, but I'll just poke you over there. So, but we know that's not going to cause a low power issue, but that's going to cause an over boosting issue, and obviously it can damage the turbo. So that's not what we're looking at. We're going to get the Verus, or we've already got the Verus set up over there. We're going to go over and look at some fuel data pids and see if there's anything we can chase in a fuel delivery issue. So I want you to have a look at that. Look at our target pressure on the right, and it's hovering around the 35,000 kPa mark. Just hovering around that mark. But look at our common rail pressure, our actual pressure on the left. It's dipping between, what's that scale on the left, 39,000 to 22,000, and you can see it just dropping dramatically there, up and down. So clearly we've got an issue here. We've got a possible fuel delivery issue, maybe a suction control valve fault, maybe we have a fuel filter that's partially blocked, maybe we've got air in the system. So let's do a few checks. Let's go over to the fuel filter and see if we can do some checks and then go from there. Alright, we've got clear hose teed into the outlet of the fuel filter. As you can see, it's just teed into the feed line to the pump. So we've got that bled up, and we're going to go start the car and see what happens. So make sure our stream is constant and we've got no air bubbles, and then we'll go from there. So as you can see there guys, the car's running, we've got a nice good stream there, we've got no air in the system. So this is going to need a suction control valve. What we might do is we'll pull it out and see if we can see anything inside it. Alright guys, we've got the suction control valve out, we've disassembled it, we're taking the circlip out, we're looking at the piston inside. There's a little bit of wear, but nothing that you would really write home about. So, but there isn't much that could really cause this fuel pressure fluctuation like this. So this is going to get a brand new suction control valve, and at the same time we're going to put a brand new fuel filter in it. There's obviously any debris from a blocked fuel filter. These tolerances are so little and so tight that we don't want anything going through. So we definitely get a new fuel filter as well, and at the same time we are going to put a new map sensor filter on this thing to reduce any wear or overspeed of the turbo going forward. So we'll get that in, and we'll get it all together, and we'll recheck it on the scan tool with actual and live targeted pressure, and then we'll see what happens. Alrighty, we are together and running, and let's have a look at what's on the screen now. And we see target pressure on the right hand side, 35,000, actual pressure on the left, and as you can see there is a beautiful almost straight line, very little fluctuation. So we can just go for a nice drive in this and confirm it drives alright, speak to the customer, see if they're happy with that, and if they want to take it the way it is and monitor it. Obviously we couldn't get it to fail before with the intermittent low power, so all we can say is we've fixed a known fault, and the customer obviously has to monitor it. So road test is done, and the car drives absolutely fantastic. A little bit of a different beast now, so clearly that fuel pressure was a problem. Obviously without us getting to experience the low power or intermittent low power issue before, we could only do what we can do here. It was easy to, get this job in and go, hey, you know what, it needs a suction control valve, but we just need to make sure that we're not going to shotgun that, because any air in the system could cause the same fault. So that's a pretty simple one, guys. Hopefully that made a bit of sense, and yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.